Everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you my August TBR. Honestly, all of the books that I have in this list here, I will probably be reading more, but these are the ones that I know for certain I want to get to. And once they're completed, I will be doing more. Some of them are on the shorter side. That's why I'm saying that most likely I will be reading more. That is right here. But let's get into the ones that are absolutely guaranteed. I'm going to start today with the ones that I have already began, and there are a few of them, but these are not completed just yet. Starting off, I have Different Seasons by Stephen King. Different Seasons is a collection of 4 novellas penned by Stephen King. These include Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, The Body, Apt People, and The Breathing Method. 3 of these stories have been adapted into very successful films, and Stand By Me is based on The Body. I'm not really sure why there was a title change. I haven't found anything about that in my research, so if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments down below. But so far, I do believe that this is a really solid collection. Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption obviously was absolutely incredible. It follows the story of a man who is falsely accused of murder, going through life in prison, trying to get out. It's a short story. It's roughly about 100 pages, but it's very gripping, and you feel for this guy, and it's actually told through the point of view of another inmate who is friends with this man, and just seeing it from an outside perspective was really interesting. My favorite so far is The Body, which didn't really surprise me because I liked the movie Stand By Me a lot, and the movie actually did follow this story very, very closely, so it makes sense that it was a good adaptation. It's the story of 4 boys who are going on this long trek together to look at a dead body that they have heard is on the railroad tracks a ways away from where they live. It focuses more on the friendship side of it, the things that they discover along the way about themselves, and it's just a really, really heartwarming story that I am personally really enjoying. My least favorite so far, I would have to say, is Apt People, which it's a perfectly fine story. I just found it a little bit boring. But that follows a boy who finds out that his neighbor was a Nazi and is basically blackmailing him. And it's an interesting concept, but neither one of the main characters are very likable, so it tended to drag out a little bit more, in my opinion, and made it a little bit more boring. But it still wasn't a bad story at all. And I haven't got to the breathing method yet, so I have absolutely no commentary on that one, but I'm sure it's going to be good following up with the rest of these. The next book that I am currently reading is called Little Lovely Things by Maureen, Joyce, Connelly. This started off really, really strongly. Right now, I'm in the middle, and it's kind of dragging quite a bit. This is a story of a mother who gets very sick when she's traveling with her 2 daughters, pulls into a gas station so that she can throw up, and while she is in the restroom, the car gets stolen with her babies inside of it, and it follows the journey on for years afterwards, how it has dealt with her mental state and how she is coping with the loss of her children and the self-guilt on what she could have done differently. There's a few other perspectives. There's a perspective from the kidnapper's point of view and as well from the children. It's an interesting concept, but it feels like it's just gone a little bit off the rails in the middle, a little bit. I'm hoping that it picks back up because it had so much promise in the beginning, and I really, really want to like this one, but as of right now, it's sitting at about a 2.5 rating, so I want it to get better because I really do want to rate this higher. It's a good plotline. The next story that I am currently reading right now is City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. Sorry about the glare on that. This is the fourth book in the Mortal Instrument series, and I've mentioned in my last couple of videos that I've really been getting into this series quite a bit, and wish that I had read it earlier, but because of hype, I didn't read it right away. I was waiting for the hype to die down. I didn't want it to influence my opinions on it, but the hype never went down, so I just started reading them, and I'm really enjoying them. Not as much as some other series. I don't think it's the best YA series that I've ever read, but it is quite enjoyable, and this is picking up following the defeat of Valentine in the previous book. I don't want to say too much more about it because I'm still in the middle of it, and as well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody that might not have read it yet. But I'm really excited to get through this one so far. I'm really, really enjoying it, and I'll probably be done with it today, possibly tomorrow. The next book that I'm going to read this month is following up on my reading my childhood favorites video idea. And I started this previously back in 2019, and then I let it drop for a bit. I'm going to get back into that, and among those is The Wrong Number by R.L. Stine. This is in the Fear Street series, which I was very, very obsessed with as a preteen and a teenager. All of these books follow these mysterious things that happen to the residents of Fear Street. And I remember really liking this one back then. So it was one of the first ones that I wanted to pick up. And I'm hoping to get to many more in the series, possibly even this month, but this one for sure. This is a story of two girls that start playing prank phone calls when they get a landline installed in their house. The nostalgia on that. It's so dated, but it's lovable, right? They get this landline installed in their house, so they start prank calling people, and they overhear something they're not supposed to overhear, and now they are targeted by a psychotic killer. This was a very interesting concept. I loved it back then, and I'm really, really interested to get back into it to see if I still view it the same way now as an adult as I did back then, and just really get that nostalgia going in my heart. See how many more completely dated concepts we have in this story. I'm sure there's going to be a lot. And the next book that I'm reading this month is Three to Get Deadly by Janet Evanovich. This is the third book in the Stephanie Plum series. Last month I read the first two and absolutely love them. I've read the entire series before. These are classic rereads. But this is about a lingerie buyer turned bounty hunter who gets into these hysterical escapades as she tries to hunt down these criminals. In this one, it's the local ice cream shop owner, and nobody thinks that he can do wrong, so everybody in town hates her for even looking for him, even though she's not doing a very good job. It's very hysterical. I also hope to get to the fourth and fifth one this month, but I don't know for sure if I'm going to be able to, but I definitely will be finishing Three to Get Deadly. And the last book that I am definitely going to be reading this month is Hot Blooded by Lisa Jackson. I can't find my copy right now. It's somewhere in this massive shelves. I think I'm overlooking it because I definitely own this book. But I'm going to have to find that. In the meantime, I'm going to put a screenshot somewhere on the screen for you guys. But that starts another series from Lisa Jackson. And I have recently been rediscovering her. I read her in high school, loved her. Everything was very gripping and very engaging. But I just eventually stopped reading her, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I just got interested in so many authors and so many different types of stories that she just kind of went to the back burner. But I'm rediscovering her, rereading some of the things that I had previously read, and getting some more that I haven't read yet. This one I have read, but it's part of a series. So to get to the ones that I haven't read, I definitely need to refresh my memory because it's been so long. So I will be reading the ones that I have read first, and then getting into the ones that I have not read just yet. Okay, that is all that I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please make sure to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias that I have in the description for you below. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.